Aw, look at the short little chicken compared to her chunky sister. It would actually be kinda cute if her sister wasn't a complete sadist. Well, her high mobility should help her escape should anyone want to catch her for butchering, so no worries there. What is going on guys, MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Gundam Lfrith Thorn from Gundam The Witch from Mercury, a modified pre-production Lfrith for withstanding intense combat situations and achieving a better center of gravity. With this peculiar design, it is provided to the Dawn of Fold and often relegated to backup roles. 6 runners and a sizable sticker sheet constitute the contents of this mecha chicken. The build itself is consistent with the simple difficulty of the other G-Witch kits, yet despite all the parts being uniquely molded, it shares quite a few build elements with the Lfrith Thorn, as a result feeling like a similar build despite the widely different aesthetics, the very elements that contributes to the refreshing feeling of the build. But one major obstacle is the nasty nub marks on the brown pieces. They're simply hard to remove and stress very easily, so you might want to be vigilant with your cuts. That major hiccup aside, the Lfrith Thorn is just as enjoyable to build as her sister. It's also worth noting that since the phased array cannon is the Thorn's backpack, there are no double holes to receive other backpacks, but the rest of the compatible parts are carried over. Though I'm sorry to inform that apart from kit compatibility, the Thorn does not combine with the Thorn. The only suspicious thing about the structure is that there is a C-clip that went unused in the legs. While I'm not sure if that is for some unseen gimmick, with a bit of reconfiguration, you can swap the forearms and shins around if you wish. Despite it looking more standard in proportions, it's a case of stripping its charm from removing its questionable elements. Upon completion, the high-grade Gundam Lfrith Thorn is a weird amalgamation of design elements, combining what is essentially the Shining Break's head, the Barbatos Lupus Rex's long arms, a random pair of chicken legs with the Woundwort thick thighs, and a duplicate of the Lfrith Thorn's phased array cannon. As odd as that combo is on paper, the model kit manages to pull off something goofy yet cohesive from that, like ChatGPT food recipes. As for the kit itself, it does share traits with the Lfrith Thorn in that the proportions are bang on, while the sticker use is kept to the inside of the cannon, rear head camera, and unfortunately the chest vents with the silver panel lining, as well as for enhancing the color separated eyes and forehead sensor and depicting the activated shell units, or the deactivated one for the cannon, except for that middle bit on the chest despite it glowing in the anime. But the molded detail for all the shell units allows you to paint them in yourself without much fuss. Similarly, the Lfrith Thorn looks top notch without the stickers thanks to the color separated eyes and grey details that feed through the armor parts, as well as the complete absence of seam lines, except that the aforementioned chest vents could have easily been molded in with grey parts. Yet the one thing that absolutely soils the aesthetics is the color accuracy. While not as egregious as the Lfrith Thorn, is still in a tone of dark reddish brown when it should have been much lighter and less red. Altogether, despite it being a core Gundam sized short stack with a weird design, the fact that the kit has high engineering prowess adds to the overall appeal that kinda overrides the weird feeling from its initial reveal. What you think of its looks and inaccurate colors is up to you. For articulation, the neck is on a flexible L-shaped double ball-jointed head like the original Lfrith. The ball-jointed shoulder sockets can swivel along all axes, and the shoulders can roll and rotate without restriction. The shoulder armor can lift up for the arm to really call the teacher. There's a bicep swivel, double-jointed elbows, and ball-jointed wrists. There's a ball joint for some decent ab crunches, as well as a full waist rotation that can get obstructed by the thighs. The baskers can move, but the thick thighs can hinder leg movement while performing the full splits. There's the thigh roll, double jointed knees, ball jointed ankles on a crazy backwards hinge, and swiveling heels. Finally, the backpack arm is double jointed with a swivel at the base and the cannon, while the cannon itself can open up with hinges. Altogether, the Lfrith Thorn's range of movement is as weird as it looks, featuring quite chunky armor yet still managing to remain flexible, and despite testing it just as much as the Lfrith Thorn, the structural rigidity of the Thorn is still maintained. For accessories, the kit provides holding and open hands, one pair of each. The main weapon included is the beam diffuse gun that looks like a circular version of the Aerial's GN cannon, featuring a green sticker for the sensor, plenty of surface detail, and an adjustable support grip. Both the main and support grips can slide into the hands for use, though unlike the Ur's Gatling gun, you cannot swap the support grip of the firearm to the other side. On top of that, a separate shield unit identical to that of the Lfrith Thorn's Gatling gun is included for defense by plugging into the hardpoints on the forearms. It's adjustable by rotation and provides a set of beam saber handles usable with the included SB13 beams. However, you can also flip out the beam saber units on the forearms for an arm mounted option, whose reach is benefited by the long arms. You can also choose to have all 4 beam sabers out at once if you steal some beams from his sister. And just like the Lfrith Ur, the phased array cannon of the Lfrith Thorn can open up to indicate that the permit score has reached 4 and beyond, and fires beams among other functions not known at the time of this video. The high-grade Gundam Lfrith Thorn is definitely an interesting release to say the very least, one that I would solidly recommend. It's rare that Gundam will actually stray far beyond the conventions, yet the Lfrith Thorn manages to pull it off, resulting in an oddly compelling design. The same thing can be said for the kit as well, accurately capturing the design oddities and packaging it with a number of well-implemented features and a beginner-friendly structure that results in flexible articulation. Sure, some of the stickers like those for the chest bands are not that great, but that is neither here nor there compared to the color accuracy, the one detriment for those who want anime accuracy. Altogether, the high-grade Gundam Lfrith Thorn might be a stumpy chicken that had too much fun in the mud, but when it comes to pricking enemies and expectations with its beam thorns, it's oddly positive for this negative Nancy. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.